Yo, can you guys hear me? What's going on? GZTV back with another video, and in this video we are going to be discussing this week in the NFL for week 5. It's about 9:20 in the morning. I got done with class. I got my homework done for the day, so I figured I'd get my videos out. So, I can kind of enjoy the rest of the day. We have playoff baseball coming on in less than 3 hours here, so I don't have a class till 2, so I'll probably watch a little bit of those baseball games. Yeah, it'll be a good time. I'll probably watch a movie and get you guys a movie review tomorrow, so that'll be lit. I don't know if I'll watch a movie tomorrow, but I'll try. I think I have to study for an exam, a physics exam. But yeah, let's get into the games. Thursday, we had the Colts and Broncos. The Poverty Bowl is what we call this one. Colts grind out a 3-point win over the Broncos in an injury-filled game, and a very sloppy game at that. Hey, the Colts have a 500 record when we thought they were the worst team in the league. They're playing better than the Broncos. Russell Wilson struggled. It was really hard to watch. He threw 21 for 39 for 274 yards. That's not bad from an outside view, but you see, he throws 2 interceptions. He cost them the game. Him and Matt Ryan were just having a turnover battle to see who could throw the most interceptions. Matt Ryan came out 26 for 41 and threw 2 interceptions as well, but he just got it done. Talk about the receivers. Alec Pierce, he came out, had 8 catches, 81 yards, and had some of the biggest catches of that game, and I think he's a rookie. I'm not sure what college he went to or anything like that, but yeah. Cortland Sutton had 5 catches for 74 yards, so I'll definitely credit him with that. Giants Packers, of course, my Packers struggled this week at the London game. Giants spoiled the Packers' international debut with a 5-point win. Big game by the defense, the Giants defense there in the second half. Rodgers took a hit on the final play. Hopefully he's okay. Saquon just took the game into his own hands at certain points, and guys like Gary Brightwell looking at bright futures for the Giants, so that's great. And Aaron Rodgers and Lazard had a pretty good touchdown, but other than that, I'm not really sure how I feel about this game. Daniel Jones, good game, 21 for 27. He had 217. Aaron Rodgers, he went 25 for 39 and had 2 touchdowns. I wish he got the ball farther down the field, but it is what it is. At least he didn't throw any interceptions. Saquon Barkley, good game, 13 carries, 70 yards, and a tutty. We saw Darius Slayton have a good game for the New York Giants. With Sterling Shepard injured, he kind of had to step up. 6 catches, 79 yards. And Randall Cobb probably having the best game he's had in 5+ years, 7 catches for 99 yards, so that's kind of a positive we can take out of that game. Steelers and Bills, next game we're going to talk about here. Josh Allen picks apart the Steelers secondary and the Bills 35-point win. Gabe Davis, jaw-dropping play from him, a couple of them. Kenny Pickett standing up for himself, which, the Steelers fans can kind of appreciate. He has some passion there. He is a turnover prone, but he's a rookie, keep in mind. Josh Allen was just slinging the rock the whole game. Kenny Pickett, he came out 34 for 52, but he had an interception, so gonna have to fix those mistakes. Josh Allen, 20 for 31, 424 yards and 4 touchdowns, threw an interception, but he made up for it. Let's see, Josh Allen running the ball as well. He had 5 carries for 42, so that's pretty insane. Receiving wise, George Pickens, the hopeful rookie out of Georgia. He's playing pretty good, man. People are sleeping on him. He had 6 catches for 83 yards today. Gabe Davis, though, obviously one of the players of the game. 3 catches, 171 yards, and 2 touchdowns. One of the better receivers this week. Chargers-Browns. Chargers hang on. They beat the Browns by 2 after LA coaches gamble. Austin Eckler had a hell of a game. Cade York missed a field goal to lose the game. Jacoby Brissett made some crucial mistakes, Kareem Hunt didn't play too bad, but it was really Nick Chubb's game there. He had 17 carries for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns. Still lost. Looking at the QB matchup, we had Justin Herbert going 22 for 34 with 228 and a tutty. Jacoby Brissett, 21 for 34, 230 yards and a touchdown. Great game, but he threw a pick. That was very crucial. Austin Eckler, he had 16 carries for 173 yards and a touchdown. Look at that man go. And receiving-wise, Mike Williams, I think they're doing just fine without Keenan Allen. They could be doing better, but, Mike Williams, 10 catches, 134 yards. On the other end for Cleveland, David Njoku had a pretty solid game. He had 6 catches for 88. So, yeah, surprised to see that Amari Cooper wasn't having the best game there. Bears and Vikings, divisional rivalry. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings snapped to life with a late touchdown. They beat the Bears by 7. Kirk Cousins with the go-ahead. Velus Jones Jr. had his first NFL touchdown. Darnell Mooney had one of the catches of the year. Jalen Reagor scored off a trick play. And Dalvin Cook was a red zone threat for the Vikings. That was kind of what I got out of that game. Justin Fields, not a bad game here at all. 15 for 21, 208 and a touchdown. Kirk Cousins, he threw 32 for 41 and had a touchdown. He threw an interception, but you know what? I guess he made up for it. Justin Fields, good game running the ball. He had 8 carries for 47. Dalvin Cook had 18 carries and 94 yards and 2 touchdowns, so obviously that's the best running back of the game. David Montgomery was on the receiving end for the Chicago Bears. He had 4 catches for 62 yards, while Justin Jefferson, stellar performance from him. He was kind of slow weeks 2 and 3, but he's come out the last few weeks and has played phenomenal. 12 catches for 152. Moving on to the Lions and Patriots, Ramondre Stevenson and the Patriots defense back Bailey Zappi in a 29-point win over the Lions. Jacoby Myers made some plays. Ramondre Stevenson made some plays. Kyle Duggar made a defensive play. Jack Jones made a defensive play. they were all over the Lions this game. Great game for the Patriots here. Jack Jones is going to be pretty special, man. Jared Goff, he came out 19 for 35 through 229 and threw an interception to a rookie. So Rodgers did the same. Jack Jones might be that guy, though. Bailey Zappi, man, 17 for 21, 188 and a touchdown. For a rookie, this guy's playing stellar right now. He threw an interception, but it doesn't really matter when you make mistakes on a winning team when you have a guy like Ramondre Stevenson going out for 25 carries and 161 yards. That was a great game. Josh Reynolds receiving-wise for the Lions, though, he had 6 catches for 92. And Jacoby Myers, like I said, good game for him. 7 catches, 111, and a touchdown. Moving on to the Seahawks and Saints. Taysom Hill accounts for 4 touchdowns. The Saints top the Seahawks by 7. Yeah, Taysom Hill was not going to be denied by this defense. I think the Seahawks defense definitely needs some work. But credit to Taysom Hill being one of the best utility players, probably the best utility players in the league. Kenneth Walker, was that a pick 6? Or was he a running back? I don't remember. Tyler Lockett got a deep touchdown from Geno Smith. Chris Olave exited the game with a concussion. Let's hope that he's okay. But yeah, man, Geno Smith playing like an MVP. When his defense gives up 20, 25 plus a game, it's hard to win games like this. Geno Smith, man, 16 for 25, 268 and 3 touchdowns. He's playing like a top 10 quarterback, but obviously it's going to be overshadowed by the fact that, Saints got it done today, especially Taysom Hill. Andy Dalton, 16 for 24, 187 and a touchdown. Threw a pick, but again, when you have a running back like Taysom Hill today with 9 carries, 112 yards and 3 touchdowns, doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's the Michigan State guy, that's right. Kenneth Walker, man, 8 carries, 88 yards and a touchdown. Great game for him as well. Receiving-wise, you had Tyler Lockett. He had 5 catches for 104 and 2 touchdowns. And I think Alvin Kamara was just now making his return. He had 6 catches for 91 yards today. So good games there from both teams, honestly. Jets and Dolphins. Let's talk about it, man. Jets run past the Dolphins by 23. They snap a 12-game skid versus the AFC East. 5 rush touchdowns for the Jets. Quinnen Williams had a stiff arm. That was crazy. Skylar Thompson faked a confusion for a trick play. Sauce Gardner had his first career pick. And my goodness, Breece Hall, what a game. Let's talk about the players of the game. Skylar Thompson, and I think his NFL debut, I want to say 19 for 33, but he did throw a pick. Zach Wilson, great game for Zach Wilson, 14 for 21, 210. That's nice. Raheem Mostert for the Dolphins, he played good today. 18 carries, 113 yards, and a touchdown. God, can't go without talking about my boy Breece Hall. He was the offensive weapon today. 18 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown while having 2 receptions for 100 yards. Great game for Breece Hall. This Jets team has some hope, man. They're freaking 3-2. Wow, what a team that is. I'm really excited to watch that team progress through this season. I mean, they're one of the more exciting teams to watch right now, one of the more hopeful teams to watch with young talents. But let's get to the Buccaneers and Falcons. Tom Brady throws for 351 yards. The Bucs beat the Falcons by 6. Mike Evans made some catches. An unbelievable penalty called on Grady Jarrett, roughing the passer late in the game. Marcus Mariota had a couple good passes. Leonard Fournette played good. Avery Williams, interesting. Okay, let's look at the players of the game here. Marcus Mariota came out 14 for 25, 147 and a touchdown. Tom Brady, though, man oh man, 35 for 52, 351 yards and a touchdown, doing this at 45 years old. Quite impressive, if I say so myself. Marcus Mariota said, screw it, I'm going to take the ball myself this game. He had 7 carries for 61. Zacchaeus, I'm not sure what his first name is, but he had 2 catches for 39 and a touchdown. That about seals the deal. Titans and Commanders. Titans get a late pick to beat the Commanders. They win their 3rd game in a row after starting 0-2, and the overreactions flooded in. Carson Wentz, big mistakes, but I mean, De'Ami Brown, that's a hopeful guy for the future. He played good. Derrick Henry had a couple good red zone plays. Carson Wentz and that De'Ami Brown connection. Dontrell Hilliard played good. Let's see here. Ryan Tannehill went 15 for 21 through 181 and a touchdown. Carson Wentz, he had a good game, I think. I mean, 25 for 38, 359 yards and 2 touchdowns, but unfortunately, that interception cost them the game. Let's see, receiving-wise, that Westbrook guy in Tennessee, I'm not sure about his first name or anything, but he had 2 catches for 72, while, De'Ami Brown, one of the highlight players of the game, he had 2 catches for 105 and 2 touchdowns. Great game for him. Moving on, Texans, Jaguars. Dameon Pierce's run and Walker's gaffle helped the Texans topple the Jags again. Dameon Pierce looked like beast mode out there. First one of the season for Houston. First career interception for Derek Stingley Jr. as well. Davis Mills went 16 for 24, while Trevor Lawrence went 25 for 47 and threw for 286, had 2 interceptions, returning to kind of his rookie year form, which is unfortunate. Good game for Travis Etienne. 10 carries, 71 yards. That's a hopeful guy out of Clemson. Him and Trevor Lawrence know a little bit about each other. Nico Collins having a pretty decent season for the Texans here. He had 4 catches for 65, and Marvin Jones Jr., it's been a while since I've heard that name. He had 7 catches for 104. Moving on for the Niners and the Panthers. Jimmy Garoppolo and the stingy defense lead the Niners past the Panthers by 22. D'Amico Ryans was loving it, man. Jeff Wilson having a pretty good season for the Niners. Jimmy G and Debo connected. Christian McCaffrey had a couple decent plays, I guess, and that running back core for the Niners is looking pretty solid and better than expected. Jimmy Garoppolo, 18 for 30, 253 and 2 tutties. Patrick Mahomes not Patty, we'll get to him later. Baker Mayfield, 20 for 36, 215, but he did throw an interception, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, Jeff Wilson Jr. Great game for this guy, man. I have high praise for this guy. 17 carries for 120 and a touchdown. Brandon Ayuk had 3 catches for 58, and Steve Smith, Smith had 4 catches for 69. Cowboys and Rams. I did not expect this game to go this way, but here we are. The dominant defense puts the Cowboys past the Rams by 12 in their 4th straight win. And what's the difference between the first game and the last 4? Cooper Rush, baby. Yeah, back-to-back sacks from the Cowboys. Michael Gallup is back and playing really good, making some big catches. Rams went for a fake punt. Tony Pollard and Cooper Kupp went beast mode on like back-to-back possessions. That was a crazy moment in the game. Yeah, Cooper Rush 10 for 16, 102. Stafford went 28 for 42. He had 308 and a touchdown. He did throw a pick, so it's quite unfortunate. Tony Pollard 8 carries for 86 and a tutty. What a game for him. CeeDee Lamb came out and played pretty solid. He had 5 catches for 53. Cooper Kupp, though, man, 7 catches, 125 and a touchdown. So, an alright game there, I guess. Eagles and Cardinals. Eagles stay undefeated. They hang on to beat the Cardinals by 3. Matt Amendola, and this is the game-tying field goal. Eric Benjamin, that's a fantasy sleeper. He had a touchdown to tie it up. Marquise Brown had a couple big plays. Jalen Hurts trying to continue his MVP campaign, 26 for 36 there. Kyler Murray went 28 for 42 and a touchdown. Did throw an interception, though, so that was kind of costly. Let's see here. James Conner had 9 carries for 55. That's not too bad. Dallas Goedert, 8 catches for 95. And, yeah, that's going to do it for that game. Bengals and Ravens have the Sunday night game. Justin Tucker's leg lifts the Ravens to a 2-point victory over the Bengals. Game-winning field goal for Justin Tucker. What a new legendary kicker. Joe Burrow ran a touchdown. Hayden Hurst had a touchdown against his former team, and that Lamar Jackson and Andrews connection was pretty fatal this game. Joe Burrow 24 for 35, a touchdown. Did throw a pick. Lamar went 19 for 32 and a touchdown. He also threw a pick. Let's see here. Joe Mixon, 14 carries for 78 yards. Probably one of his better games we've seen from him in a while. Mark Andrews had 8 catches for 89 yards and a touchdown. So, yeah, he was a big bulk. Probably more than half of that passing offense. Raiders-Chiefs, the game that happened last night. Chiefs hold on for a wild 1-point victory over their rival Raiders. Obviously their division rivals, they always create crazy games. Travis Kelce had a record-breaking 4 receiving touchdowns. Devontae Adams, Renfro colliding on the final play, cost them the game. Just a record breaker is Travis Kelce. Devontae Adams showing clear frustration. Obviously, he probably wishes he was back in Green Bay right now. 1 4-star, very tough. I think this is a really disappointing season. Obviously Darren Waller was out this game, but inexcusable. You have a guy like Derek Carr that can compete in the top 10 quarterbacks every year. You probably have a top 3 receiver in the league. When healthy, Darren Waller is easily a top 5 tight end. They just couldn't get it done. And Derek Carr was making some big throws, but the end where Devontae Adams had to make like a toe drag catch, I don't really understand why they made that so difficult. Derek Carr, though, he went 19 for 30, 241 and 2 touchdowns, so I think a great game for him. Patrick Mahomes, 29 for 43, though, 292 and 4 touchdowns. Had 98 touchdowns in the first half and nearly had 200 in the second half. Big comeback there for him. Josh Jacobs, a great game for the Raiders, though. 21 carries, 154 and a touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, 8 carries for 53. Pretty respectable game there. Devontae Adams, 3 catches, 124 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the former Packers teammates went to battle. Marquez Valdez-Scantling had 6 catches and 90 yards of his own. That's going to do it for the video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. GZTV, as always. Weekly, we're going to be talking about the NFL. I'm getting ready to talk about Better Call Saul up next. So, yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. It's been a fun week for football. See you guys next Tuesday.